Scientific literature versus evolution. 9. Quote, "In recent years, the modern synthesis has been declared dead by major evolutionary thinkers, the late Lynn Margulis and Francisco Ayala among them, Dr. Brown and Dr. Hullender, quoting Susan Mazur. In this video, we provide additional quotes and discuss concepts from the following scientific paper, Neo-Darwinism Must Mutate to Survive, Olen Brown, David Hullender, Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, 172, 2022, pages 24 to 38. Evolution believers believe that naturalistic mega-evolution has been proved to be true and that microevolution plus time gives us mega-evolution. However, there are many scientific papers that show that that is not the case. We have discussed several of these in our previous videos. Every one of our key conclusions in our various videos about the falsification of Neo-Darwinism for mega-evolution is now being presented by scientists and discussed in the scientific literature. Note, we provide quotes from scientists who, as far as we know, do believe in evolution. However, their research confirms that the core tenets of Neo-Darwinism have been falsified for any level above adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Quote, "What is reasonable as a change due to a novel protein created by mutation is not adequate to explain everything from molecules to humans. This has been either ignored or even defended based on lack of anything to replace the explanation. This is poor logic and worse science." Quote, "There is evidence that cells do appear to look forward," Shapiro 2022. Quote, "There is published evidence, including by Edelman et al. 2016, supporting the opinion that DNA does not contain all the information necessary to construct a cell, and Dennis Noble estimates that DNA has at most half the information with the remainder residing elsewhere." Quote, "As a gene-centric view of evolution, the modern synthesis has got causality in biology wrong. Genes, after all, if they're defined as DNA sequences, are purely passive. DNA on its own does absolutely nothing until activated by the rest of the system. DNA is not a cause in an active sense." Quote, quoting Susan Mazur, "In recent years, the modern synthesis has been declared dead by major evolutionary thinkers, the late Lynn Margulis and Francisco Ayala among them." Quote, "A 2020 article published in Nature, Pillai 2020, states, no detailed knowledge is available about how any multimere arose during evolution. Quote, there is something besides mutations and survival of the fittest needed to explain evolution. Quote, chemical bonding fails to predict the creation and storage of information, the transformation of that information into physical structures with very specific and complex functions, and the complexification of those structures in the myriad ways displayed in nature. No matter how complex, specific, and determinative the information in a piece of DNA, it is powerless as information alone. The paradox is apparent. Summary: these quotations from the scientific paper, listed above, are consistent with what we have said in several videos. Neo-Darwinism, random chance and natural selection, has been falsified for anything more than microevolution, adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Thanks to Dr. Von Mancha for bringing this paper to our attention. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.